non-binary host. I'm TAZZY and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, I guess. If you like anime, DIY, and fashion content, that's the kind of content that I make. So you might want to stick around. You might even want to subscribe, I don't know. Today we are reviewing the Demon Slayer movie. Very excited. I'm late to the game for this, but I'm very excited about it. Throughout this video, you might disagree with some of my points of view. I expect that. I honestly have no problem being criticized. If you do feel critical, put it in the comments. Let's have some discussions. I just want everyone to keep in mind that more anime fans means more anime produced, and we all want more anime. So let's try to be nice to one another. The overall rating that this show ended up with after my very specific and objective calculations was a 6.5 out of 10. And that was based off of 5 different criteria: art style and audio, the character designs, the power system, the character development, and the plot. For those of you who don't know what Demon Slayer is, never heard of it before, I will give a brief synopsis of what's going on. Demon Slayer is a series written by Koyoharu Gotoge? Yeah, Koyoharu Gotoge. Mugen Train is set on a train in the Demon Slayer universe where they sword fight demons to protect people from being killed and eaten. Very straightforward. Very simple concept. The movie follows Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Rengoku as they fight a demon who has started to use a train as a trap to consume people. The first section of criteria that I use when I am reviewing an anime is audio and art style. The score in this movie was impeccable. Honestly, music really makes the emotional scenes. It really helps you feel the way that the directors want you to feel in a particular scene. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, like it must be hard to mess that up. You would be surprised and shocked to learn how many anime really fall flat when it comes to the score, and this movie was superb. The art style for Demon Slayer in the anime has always been very cool to me. It's very graphic and it leans more cartoony as opposed to like a pretty realistic version of drawing people. For example, Naruto comes to mind. I really appreciate the graphic style because when I draw, it's usually in a more graphic style, so I like seeing that. The only pet peeve that I have with the way that Gotoge draws people is the way that their noses are drawn from profile. I don't know, they just seem so long and pointy. I don't know, it's just me maybe. Also, obviously a lot of people give the animation for Demon Slayer a lot of love because of the art style chosen for the breathing techniques, and I couldn't agree more. The breathing techniques are drawn in a different art style to the characters, and overlapping those styles really gives like a pleasant effect, and I really like looking at it. Demon Slayer is pretty famously known for using CG within the anime, and I thought it was really successful the way that they did it in season 1. Unfortunately, that success did not transfer to this movie for me. Anytime there was CG on the screen, I could tell it kind of looked ugly to me. I didn't like it, but that might just be me. So if you disagree, let me know. Overall, for the audio and art style, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Honestly, if there was no CG in the movie, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10. They did a wonderful job, but the CG stuck out to me and it was ugly and I didn't like it. So I had to deduct for that. Moving on to character design. The reason that I put character design in all of my criteria is because it's very important to me, and some guy once told me that it was stupid that I like anime outfits, even though anime outfits are drawn to look cool on purpose, especially in shows like this where there are demons. I find the Demon Slayer outfits pretty boring, to be honest, other than the patterns that they wear. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about them because they did not change outfits. There's nothing new about what's going on there in this movie, so I'm going to avoid talking about it. So let's just talk about the demons. The 2 like less powerful demons that were on the train I thought were very icky, sticky, and wonderful in the best way possible. The first one had 2 faces. That was wonderful for me personally. I really enjoyed that. Also, the second guy had super long spider legs. I like that. I don't know, I just liked it. So the first higher level demon that we see is Enmu, aka Lower Moon 1. This might come as a shock to you, but I hate this character design. I don't know why he's dressed as a waiter at a fancy restaurant. It doesn't look practical to me for fighting whatsoever. I don't understand what the green things are growing out of the back of his neck. I'm assuming it's hair because of the way that it's drawn, but why does it exist and what purpose does it have? I don't know. I just thought it was unnecessary. The only thing that this character had going for it was the hand. I love a good mouth on the hand trope. Shout out to my boys Datara and Sukuna on Itadori's hand. It's a wonderful trope, and I thought that this was done in an original way because the mouth was set up an interesting angle, I think. So whenever he attacked, he had to do like a gay limp hand. It was very gay, and it was very funny, and I liked it a lot. Being a gay person, I liked it a lot. I thought it was funny. I don't know, just like, can you imagine having to attack like this? Like, go to sleep. I did also like the hand tattoos that he had on the mouth hand as well, but that does not save his character design. Overall, it is a fail for me. The next strong demon that we see is a KAZE, aka Upper Moon 3, and his character design I can get behind. It makes sense. He's a martial artist fighter, so his design makes sense. I like his little vest. It reminds me of Aladdin. So do the pants. I think the tassels are like a fun little decorative add-on. His tattoos are cool and interestingly placed. Also, I am like a sucker for colored eyelashes, and Demon Slayer does it a lot, and I just like it, especially because Demon Slayer, the lashes are drawn so like fluffy. I just love the way that colored lashes look in this show. It's so good. The one thing that I do not like about his design is the anklets. I think that we can all just let the 2000s die in peace. I say that as I am wearing a bracelet that looks exactly like his anklets. Can't even take this off. Character design, I gave a 7 out of 10. Again, based mostly off of the fact that I liked the Icky Sticky Demons and Akaza. Moving on to the power system. So the power system within Demon Slayer is called breathing techniques. And in the movie, we actually get a little bit more of the history and background behind breathing techniques in the structure. We actually even get a diagram, which I love a good diagram. Power systems, I gave an 8 out of 10. Demon Slayer has very solid grasp of what power system it has and how power is acquired and how to grow power. There are a couple things that confuse me though. The fact that flame and fire breathing are not the same thing still confuses me. I don't know why they aren't the same. Maybe it's because they weren't created by the same person. Maybe it's like a martial arts type situation where the person who created it can name it, and like two guys might have been inspired by fire, but like they didn't do the same things. Is that? I don't know. It's just a little confusing to me that they're not the same. Also, Inosuke's beast breathing confuses me because from what I understand, Inosuke did not have a master of any kind, so he created this style on his own. But he also has like numbered strategical attacks, which does not make sense for Inosuke's character. I can't see him dedicating the time to like making separate attacks. I don't know, maybe I'm just underestimating his intelligence, and it's not even an intelligence thing, it's like a patience thing. I don't think he has the patience to do it. Let's talk about character development. There are only 2 characters that I'm going to talk about because it was just a 2-hour movie. It's very short. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the main character Tanjiro and then Rengoku, which is a character that we didn't really know a lot about until this movie. So Tanjiro, through being in a dreamscape, had to deal with some very serious issues. I thought that the dreamscape idea and the choices that he had to make in it were like not super original ideas, but they were still very impactful and successful in what they were trying to achieve. It also made me very sad for him. He had to make some awful choices. The strength of will is insane. Okay. Tasty. We get some of Rengoku's backstory, which is nice because we didn't know really anything about him before the movie. Again, I don't think there's anything particularly original or special about his backstory, but it was just nice that there was some character development there. His strength of will was also tested in like a very awful way. So that was cool. Character development, I gave this a 5 out of 10. Again, it was a short movie, so there wasn't a ton of development, but at least there was some. Next, we're going to talk about the plot. I gave this a 3 out of 10. Because at least there was a plot. There were some tests of will thrown in, but mostly it was bad guy on a train fight bad guy, which is a plot, but I'm not gonna give it extra points for that. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. The big question is, do I believe that it deserves the hype that it's getting? Do I think that it deserves more box office success than Spirited Away? As a standalone movie, absolutely not. No, I don't think that it does. If you include the fact that it is part of a series, and you include like season 1 Demon Slayer with the movie, maybe, but I'm still on Team Spirited Away for this. I don't see anyone out there saying that it's better than Spirited Away. I think this is a great testament to how popular anime is becoming with younger generations, and I actually really think that's cool. I wish Spirited Away would have stayed number 1 though, because that's a masterpiece. So would I recommend this? I think that if you haven't seen season 1 of Demon Slayer, watching this movie without that prior knowledge might be a little confusing. I definitely think that it's like overcomeable, but to get the fuller information, I would recommend watching season 1 of Demon Slayer before you watch this movie. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like this video. I make a lot of anime content, so I don't know if you want to stick around and watch another video or even subscribe. That's up to you. See ya!